What up, y'all? It's your boy Tony Goat, my partner with Dale Dub Donaldson. Two Buckeye fans. We gonna give y'all a breakdown, our thoughts on the game. We gonna hop right into it. First and foremost, let me say Happy New Year to everybody in the world. But we gonna hop right into this. First thoughts. First thing we wanted to cover: the elephant in the room. Dub, what the hell got into CJ Stroud? Where did that guy come from? Where was this the last 2 years, if you will?
Look, I don't know if he was holding back in the first 10, 11 games or if this was just him, being fearless. He ran plays I've never seen him run. He did things I've never seen him do. He was at his absolute best this game. In his 2 years here, this is the best he's ever played. And
Dub, I'm
for it
sorry,
to
go ahead.
happen and still lose, the legacy argument is, he's just another guy. Like, he's another Ohio State good quarterback. No, and it's not a shot, but I mean, no Big
Dub,
Ten championships, no national championships, no Heisman.
let me hop in, Dub. I'm probably the hardest on CJ Stroud. I'm very hard on. Like, I feel
For
the
sure.
most basic of things is a Big Ten title at the least. The most basic of things is a Big
Yeah.
Ten title,
Uh,
a win against Michigan at the least.
I think that, okay, Big Ten title, national championship, Heisman, beating Michigan. To be an Ohio State great, you have to get two of those.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
other quarterback, like every other quarterback who you consider great has two of those four. The best of them have the four for four. That's the Troy Smiths. Um, who
I
would that
like
be?
that. I
Yeah,
like that analogy, bro.
Troy Smith will be the only one. But even like somebody like Carlo Jones has three of those four.
Right,
Like,
for sure.
you gotta,
Barrett. My
he
boy
couldn't get
JT.
any of them.
Um, but yeah, Dub. Last night, bro, he's taking off out the pocket. He's fighting, bro. He's shrugging off would-be sackers. He's standing in the pocket, delivering strikes, knowing he's gonna hit. I had not seen that out of this kid, bro. I had not seen that out of this kid
One of
all
his best
year.
one of his
You got
best plays might have been an incompletion. When he got that ball away, when they were in field goal position, and he almost got sacked to take them out of field goal position, that saved them even having a shot at you know what I'm saying? And I think normally he
facts.
takes that sack, but he
I
put
know.
his all into that one.
I know exactly what play you talking about. I was like, just throw it, just throw it, just throw it. And
But
he got it off. And one
yeah,
more thing I want to hit
because there
on,
was
Dub.
another one where he
Go ahead.
ate
I'm
the
sorry.
sack.
You got it.
No, there was another one play just like that before we ate the sack. So pause. But
I would. That's what I was about to hit
yeah,
on.
but we go to the next topic.
Um. So moving this along. Something that you saw something you saw that most people may just fall in love with the sexy stat line. You know what I'm saying? But something you saw, and I'll try to pull the footage once we get to talking about it. Marvin Harrison has some rather uncharacteristic mistakes, if you will.
Yeah, the drops. Um, there's a certain catch where when you're taking the ball in and the receiver is hitting you right as the ball is getting to you. I think what
Right.
separates the average receivers from the great receivers is the receivers who make that catch. He had two catches like that moving right to left across the field, and it was simple plays, second and fives, first and tens. And in the grand scheme of things, I don't think most people noticed it, but those drops kind of let me know that something was off. He wasn't at his best. And even
Okay.
not being at his best, he had over 100 yards receiving. So you can't be you know, too harsh on him. But I think that was something that I noticed, especially,
Okay. And
and the fumble when that guy was able to hawk him down and get that one.
you know what I was screaming at the TV I was screaming, "Eat dirt, eat
Yeah,
dirt." I saw it. I saw it unfolding, bro. It was
yeah,
nothing good that was gonna come of that.
no.
But what about the would-be catch in the back of the end zone? Moving this along, the would-be catch from Marvin Harrison Jr. It looks like C.J. Stroud under the rest. He's throwing the ball away. Marvin Harrison Jr. makes a hell of a play on the ball. Looks like he would have had both feet down. It's a big time hit. Targeting is called on the field. Dub, what the hell happened?
Okay. I believe it was a catch, but what some people didn't see is even if it was called a touchdown, let's say he caught it, let's say he eats the hit, catches it, he stepped out before he caught the ball. So they would have to rule it, was he forced out and came back on his own, or did he go out on his own, as the rules go. But I believe, look, targeting, not targeting, I can never get these things right, but I saw somebody lead with the crown of their helmet. His shoulder hit first, but he led with his helmet, if that makes sense.
Dub. Honestly, I saw a lot of smart Alex last night as well. Well, it wasn't helmet to helmet contact. Dub, if you know the rules are if it's in the head neck area, it doesn't have to be the crowd.
Exactly.
You
So,
understand? He's a totally defensive player making a play on the ball. Even if you don't call targeting, there is a rule against hitting a defensive player. That's a 50-yard penalty. That ball should have been on the 1-yard line for Ohio State, man.
yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where that changes the entire game. I mean,
Big time fact, bro.
in more ways than one, because he never played another down after that hit.
Never played another down, bro. So
Yeah,
we got they double walloped us on that, bro.
yeah, because if you get that touchdown, do we win? We'll never know. If he doesn't take that hit and we're in the same position, but he's on the field, do we score? I mean, I can't help but think that somebody who I think is the best wide receiver in college football as a sophomore will be able to make a play.
Correct. I
Uh,
got a
he
100%.
Him not winning that Bolitnikoff award is a travesty, by the way.
Yeah, that's big time nuts. Like, who did they who did they give it to?
I forget the young man's name, a wide receiver from Tennessee.
He was a dog, but yeah, Marvin Harrison is clearly like he gonna be like top 10 pick. So moving along,
First overall pick to the Colts. Next year, I think they get C.J. Stroud this year, have another 3-13 season, then they go get the receiver.
what? Well, since we opened that can of worms on the fly, all right. Colts go 3-13 with C.J. Stroud at the helm. How is that for his legacy? You leave at Ohio State with stones unturned. You're coming into a franchise that went from Peyton Manning to Andrew Luck. You're the shows that well, you're a top five-star talent. You're a top quarterback in this draft, and you coming in here, you produce a 3-13 talent. You got Jonathan Taylor, you got Michael Pittman.
Peyton Manning came to the Colts as a Heisman finalist. His team won a national championship after he left, and he had a 3-13, 4-win season his rookie year, and he did pretty good the next couple of years. So
Led the league in picks as a rookie as well, Dub.
exactly. So I'm not saying that
Here's what
one terrible year doesn't call for his legacy being tarnished.
here's what I'm saying. I'm saying I understand what you're saying. Here's what I'm saying. Just the cynics of the world will be like, you see, he couldn't even get it done at Ohio State. He's going to have that baggage with him. So I'm saying a 3-13 season with that baggage is not going to be good on the optics.
I don't think so, just because I don't see a lot of people get that label transferred with them over to the NFL. I think once you get drafted, it kind of resets everything else. Like, no matter how great you are, no matter how average you are, you are a first round pick now. So now that chapter, goes. So I think once he gets further away from this game, that stuff won't follow him, in my opinion.
Okay, let me move this along. We got a little off track there, but that's cool. That was a nice
Fine.
little conversation.
Just a little extra.
Couple things I wanted to hit on, man. And put these notes up. Jim knows. I'm sorry. You were, and it wouldn't be a big deal if you weren't brought down here to fix a problem. You were highly touted. You were supposed to. You were working. The word on around the campfire is, Dub, and you know this. If he was able to do this at Oklahoma State with 2 and 3 star athletes, he going to Ohio State. These guys, all they get is 5 and 4 stars. This defense should be through the roof, right? That was the word. But when you give up 400 yards to Stetson Bennett, you give up what is Stetson Bennett, 28?
Yeah.
It was he got 5 kids and he's been through the corporate ringer already. You give up 400 yards to Stetson Bennett. You give up 500 plus total yards. You got it looks like there's no ball awareness as far as turning, looking for balls, just making a basic play. There's poor tackling, poor arm tackling at the point of attack. I think, yes, it's the first year, but I expected more out of Jim Nose, Dub.
Okay. It comes down to this: is this defense better than last year's defense? Is it improved?
Yes, it is. Yes, it yes,
I'm going to
clearly.
hold off on all my harsh critique because it's just been 1 year. Now, if this happens in year 2 and year 3, now we got to talk. But I'm
Okay.
going to give him 2 to 3 years. I want him to get his guys in that fit in his image. 2 to 3 years. I mean, realistically, maybe even 4, just because next year he'll have some people that he wanted. I can't put that all on him, man. It's in defense is look the number one defense. Who was Michigan top 5 defense for sure? Man, they got a 50 ball put on them. Like
Facts.
it's just
Facts.
you really can't stop these guys. You can only slow them down. You can only be bend but don't break. That's it.
Okay, and one last thing that I personally wanted to talk about is I let's another elephant in the room. You talked about the run that saved the field goal attempt. The play before, 40 seconds left, 2 timeouts. You're on the cusp of field goal range. You're in field goal range, but you're still on the outskirts for all intents and purposes. You call a run play.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, I would be all over Ryan Day for that, but I'm gonna give him the pass on that. It was a horrible call. I'm not saying it wasn't. I didn't really understand it. I would rather it incomplete. You still got whatever.
I agree.
But the fact, man, I saw him fired up, bro. I saw he wasn't on no Jason Garrett coach clap. He was fired up, bro. Every big play, you could see him coaching the guys up in the offensive huddle before they take the field. You could see every time they scored a touchdown. I have been looking to see that, bro.
Yeah,
I
you could tell he wanted it. You could tell, like you said, he heard the criticism, and I really felt like he came out with something to prove. And if he can bring that energy for an entire year, they can do it again. We can get back to this playoff.
I hope we can get back, bro. But I was very happy with what I saw to Ryan Day and let me know that he can galvanize the troops. You can get your boys ready to play a big time game and hold y'all. So that was just the last thing I wanted to hit on. Dubs, do you have anything else?
I think that was it, man. We try to keep it at about 15 minutes. Um, yeah, it's still raw. It's still we love this a little
It was
too
a
much
hell of
at times, but it's
it was a
man,
it was a hell of a way to hit the stroke of midnight was seeing that kick.
man, just seeing all of the memes and
mm,
literally to have the kick
mm,
at midnight, at the stroke of midnight, hook left. I'm surrounded by people celebrating
mm.
and I'm just man,
Dub, that was a tough look for you, bro. That was tough, bro. But we gonna be back, bro. We actually showed some heart. I'm just glad we did go out bad, bro. But this is Tone Merle. This is Trip Dub. Waddell Donaldson signing off for Go Talk. Happy New Year, everybody. We'll be back next weekend with a new episode.
peace.
Peace.